Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel So Little Time, and my name is Karen. Well, I can't believe we are in May. April was a complete washout for us as a family. If you've been following me on Instagram, you will probably have seen a few updates with regards to my tooth situation, and the last actually unboxing that I did for Beyond the Pink Door was when I'd had a filling in my tooth, and that was where all the trouble started. I just wish I'd have never bothered going for a checkup to find out that I needed a filling, because I was having no issues prior to that, and I had this damn filling put in my mouth, or in my tooth rather, and it caused an infection. And I've had an infection a couple of times before, exactly the same spot because of the same tooth, and I was in severe agony. I mean, if any of you have had toothache before, you will probably agree with me when I say I would rather give birth. Not that I've given birth naturally, but I near enough went all the way with my first one. Yeah, it was awful, and I was on antibiotics. And then I went back in because literally the antibiotics just weren't doing the job. So she'd said to me, "We're going to pull the tooth." I was like, oh no, I've never had any teeth pulled out before, so I was so nervous, and I have to say I never want it doing again either. It was horrific. It didn't hurt because she froze me up enough, but just the pulling was just not the nicest of sensations, I have to say. And then I was in severe pain for about a few days after that as well, whilst it settled down. And then I was also on more antibiotics. So basically the whole of the Easter holidays, the first week I think it was, I was in pain and on antibiotics, and then the second week I was still on antibiotics because they just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get another infection. So yeah, it wasn't very nice at all. And also then my husband Simon, bless him, on the Good Friday, he ended up being admitted to hospital, which obviously was not in our plans, and he had severe stomach pain. Now, my husband suffers with quite a lot of pain in his body because he's physically worked since the age of 16, so his body has basically fallen apart, you know, and he just started a new job at the same place where he's working, where it was a less physical type of job. So he was on call as well, which we actually didn't mind over the Easter holidays because we thought, well, we'll just enjoy the garden. It's very unlikely that he's going to get called out. It's usually that if it's pouring down with rain, he gets called out. But no, it was nice weather. So unfortunately, we didn't get to enjoy the garden anyway because he ended up being in hospital. So I heard him on the phone in the night, and I just assumed it was work because he was on call. And I thought, gosh, what's he being called out for? You know, like, oh, maybe they just need advice or something. But no, he came back into the bedroom like early hours of the morning and was in severe pain with his stomach. And so I was like, oh, I'll take you to A&E. And he said, no, I've been on the phone to 111 and I'm waiting for a call back. So then we got an appointment at an emergency walk-in centre. They took one look at him and said, you just need to be in hospital. So they thought it was a sort of pancreatitis, or however you say it, but it wasn't. It turned out that he had a CT scan and it showed a blockage in his bowel, and his pain threshold, he said, it was a 9. He said when he did his back in a few years back, I mean talking probably about 12 years ago now, he had a slip disc. He said that was a 10, but this was a severe pain of 9. And then he I think they gave him morphine, but that wasn't really touching the pain at all, so it was just horrendous. And then he I think once they'd done the CT scan, they said, yeah, we can see a blockage, so we need to do surgery, keyhole surgery on the Saturday morning. I mean, on all day Friday, I had no idea what was going on. He was in too much pain to, to take my calls or to message me or anything like that. And speaking to, obviously, hospital staff is really very difficult at the best of times anyway. And it was bank holiday, so, skeleton staff, it wasn't great. So in the end, I managed to speak to the doctor about 11 o'clock at night, and he explained as to what was happening. So they actually went in on the Saturday morning and did keyhole surgery, even though his pain disappeared really weirdly during the night. But they said they still wanted to go in and have a look anyway. And it showed, this CT scanner showed a blockage in his bowel. So they wanted to check that the bowel was all okay because, if it is damaged, it's quite bad. But luckily they found nothing, absolutely nothing. So they rang me. I think he went down at 9 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday. They rang me about 11:45. By that point, Simon's mum and dad were coming up because I needed help with the boys. It was just a bit crazy. Yeah, they said he was okay, but they hadn't found anything. So in one respect, I was relieved because at one point we thought that he was going to have a stoma bag if there was any problem with his bowel and stuff like that. But obviously, I was really pleased about that. But then I was like, well, what is it? Don't you know what it is? And they said, well, no. But a few years ago, he actually had a hernia operation, and their theory is that they think he had some scar tissue had become dislodged, or they even said scar tissue can be as thin as cotton thread, and it wraps itself around, your intestines and things like that. And they just think that it either released itself or it disappeared back into the body somewhere. Really bizarre, but they had to go in and check anyway, and obviously everything was looking really healthy, so that was good. So then he got moved wards, although the initial care that he had was absolutely amazing, the aftercare wasn't so great. He kind of just got left, and I have to say I was really, really disappointed with the care that he got afterwards. It was really quite bad. I mean, he was in there from the Friday through to the following Wednesday, and he should have really been home on the Monday, because like they were just promising to do things, and they were saying that he needed an x-ray and have this special drink to show that there was no blockages or anything, and then they decided that he didn't need that, and they kept giving him food and then saying, oh no, you need to be nil by mouth and all this kind of stuff. So he was up and down. They didn't even realise he'd still got his catheter in because he was changing it himself, you know, like emptying it himself and stuff like that. And by Wednesday, I think my blood pressure was up here because I just had enough. So I managed to ring them up and said, you know, is he coming out today? Yes, he is. When is the doctor going to be coming round? Not till later this afternoon. You do realise he's still got a catheter in? Oh, no, he's not. Yes, he has. You need to get that taken out, because I was like, obviously he's going to be able to need to go for a toilet himself. Oh my goodness, the lack of communication between the staff was just ridiculous. I mean, I know it's skeleton staff on a bank holiday, which I don't actually agree with, I'm afraid. Hospitals are hospitals, need care 24/7. You do a rota, a shift rota, whatever. There's probably not enough people to do, enough staff, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought the care that he received afterwards was shocking. It was really quite bad. I'm not going to go into it, the detail, but yeah, it was quite bad. So our Easter holiday wasn't the best. So my sewing took a complete backseat during April, and the only thing I've been sewing during April is pattern tests. I actually had 3 to do, and 1 I'm still outstanding because I'm behind, because we had people at the house looking after the boys, the neighbours were helping, you know, family and stuff like that. So this is the first day that I have had on my own, completely on my own, in the house, no children around, no husband, because he only went back to work yesterday. We're on Friday the 6th now. So yeah, he's gone back to work. So luckily he's in a job where he's doing just light duties now. So he's not physically, he's doing much better. He's just taking his time. But yeah, it's been nice to have him around at home. Actually, we've been enjoying the garden and getting a few jobs done and stuff like that. So that's been really nice. But yeah, it wasn't the best. So it was me with the tooth first, which obviously goes into insignificance, doesn't it, really, as to what he had done. Then he was in hospital, and then we had the bank holiday just gone at the end of April, and we had our niece's 14th birthday party at our house, because all the family came to us, so we didn't have to travel anywhere, because for Simon to travel in the back of the car with 2 car seats, because we weren't sure whether he should be driving because of his abdominal, obviously, holes and things need to repair, and they did say as long as you're able to do an emergency stop, then you're okay to drive, you know. But we were like, well, let's just not travel too far. So everybody came to us. That was really nice. We actually finally enjoyed having everybody around to have some nice celebrations, which was lovely. Oh yeah, and last night the boys, the twins, Thomas and James, they've actually become fully fledged Beaver members, and I'm so happy because they've been on the wait list since 2019 to join. So they finally got their little like toggle thing and neckerchief. So that was really, really lovely. I'll insert a photo actually because they look dead cute in their little outfits and stuff. And Harry's actually just joined Cubs as well, but I've had to do it a few villages on. It takes about half an hour to get there because the local one, he's been on the wait list since 2019 as well. Completely missed beavers, so he's now cub age and they still don't have any space for him. I mean, back in the day, I used to just turn up if I wanted to go to a group, you know, and stuff like that, but I didn't go to Brownies, it wasn't really my thing. Yeah, I don't think I like the uniform. Says it all, doesn't it? Anyway, it is May now. I'm participating in Me Made May, so I didn't do it last year. I was doing a lot more sort of walking exercise during lockdown and stuff like that. So this time I'm actually it's just normal life, isn't it now, near enough. So I am wearing the Millie dress by Bobbins and Buttons, which I made as a tester for Julia, I think it was last year. I made this, yeah, and I've since made a denim version, which I wear a lot, so highly recommend this pattern. It's absolutely lovely. But anyway, waffle over, I am here today to share with you an unboxing of the Think Pink I can't say that word, Sewscription Box by Beyond the Pink Door. This is box number 3. Again, I have to say a huge thank you to Andrea and Keris for gifting me this box. They have gifted me the 4 boxes for their trial period, for coming up with the name, which I think is so generous of them, because I really didn't expect that at all. So I am really thankful for that, because I know how hard these are to get hold of when you go online and kind of have a war with the internet to get hold of one. But they are coming out as a subscription box, where you can actually subscribe to it very soon. So do keep your eyes peeled on their website for that, where you can sign up for a box. But yes, I have to say, this is box number 3, and it is my favourite out of the 3. Oh, it was so lovely to receive this, obviously, with the whole shenanigans that was going on during April. I have opened it already because I couldn't wait, and you've probably seen some unboxings already, but I thought I'd share mine with you, anyway. So I'm going to open it up so you can see what we got. So as usual, you get your little letter describing what is in the box, and there's a QR code to scan so you can see a video from Andrea all about the fabric. And then I'm going to rustle here a little bit. Let's get that over with. Okay, so first thing I'll pick out was some shearing elastic, which was included in. Now, I've never ever used shearing elastic, so excited to have a go on it. A little bit nervous about it because obviously I don't want to mess it up, so I probably won't do it on this fabric first. But yeah, really excited to have a try with that. That's going to be something new for me to try. Got this lovely little postcard in there, so there's a sneak peek of the fabric. And then on the back, it's got this lady here. Who is she? Iris April? I do know of her, but I don't know her, if you know what I mean. Like, my dear, wearing bright colours and fab accessories can put you in a good mood. Think of it as fashion Prozac. Bright colours. Absolutely, yeah, that's great. I love her sunglasses. I'd look like a bee if I wore those. Right, next up is to give you an idea of my colourway of fabric. Some lovely thread. That's coming up quite blue. It's a little bit more of a greeny kind of colour. Yeah, it's just showing blue, but it is a bit more greeny, that is. And then, now I've opened up one thing and I haven't got it to show you, so I'm going to insert it on the screen. It was a lovely cookie. Oh, it's yum. I'll put it here. And it was a chocolate chip one, I think, with like some icing on the top, which I love that fondant icing. Love it. You know when kids have birthday parties with those fondant cakes and the kids don't like the fondant icing? I'm like, I'll have the icing, I'll eat it. I love it. And then inside this little pink spotty bag here, which I will obviously reuse, I'm just going to empty these into my hand. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are 5 buttons in a heart shape, and they are really glittery, kind of, I don't know, is that iridescent, I would say? Really beautiful. On the back, just so you can see the sort of shape, which is on the front as well. Do you see that? It's kind of like got little, I don't know, shapes to make it glitter. So you could use them either way, couldn't you really? So you've got the silver on the back and then the green, woo, on the front, if I can pick it back up. Really gorgeous. Love them. Love them. Oh, they're so pretty. So there's 5 of those. And then got an invisible zip. So I would say that looks like about 21 inch maybe, invisible zip. And then this gorgeous cotton poplin fabric, which we get 3 meters of. Oh, absolutely love it. So lovely. Love that colour. I think that's my colour. Yeah, this is my favourite box so far because I absolutely love working with cotton poplin. No plans with this one at the minute. The previous 2 boxes, I haven't used the fabrics as yet. The first one was that lovely paisley print, but I want to make the sew over it. What's the dress? Eve dress with that. Really want to make that with like the flutter sleeves. I think that would be absolutely beautiful. I've not made that dress before, so that's the plan for the first fabric that I received. The second fabric, which was the sweatshirting, definitely want to make the hug hoodie. Again, I haven't got round to making that, and it's probably getting a bit warm for it now, so I might wait till later on in the year, or I might just make it anyway and take it on holiday in July, because you know, can't always guarantee the good weather in July in England. But yeah, absolutely love that. Gorgeous. So nice, and those buttons will obviously go really well with it. So yeah, no plans with this one. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about what I'm going to make with that. Any ideas? I haven't watched the video yet, so that might give me a clue as to what maybe Andrea might suggest. But yeah, really like that box. So lovely. And those were the other colourways. So there's my colourway. And then you've got, which is like a pinky peachy colour, I'd say, and one that's a bit more of a creamy background with pink on, and then the sort of burgundy maroony kind of colour. Yeah, so that's lovely. So I am going to be receiving box number 4, which is just so generous. So I'm excited to see what that will bring. And then I'm hoping to set up a subscription if there is enough availability anyway, because I think she was on about setting up so many. So I don't know if it runs out. I'm not really sure. So yeah, have to see. But yes, absolutely loved that box. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got inside. I don't know if I've got anything else to talk to you about really. So actually the videos that are going to be coming up very soon, I need to share my February and March makes with you. They're all done and I've got them to share with you. So I'm looking forward to actually getting that video done. So hopefully as next week will be sort of the first week back to normal routine. Boys are at school, Simon's back at work, life has returned to normal. I think I should be able to get a video done because I do like to do those during the day where I have daylight and enough time to do it as well and stuff, because I have been finding now with the boys going to beavers and cubs and Harry's swimming lessons as well, my evenings are starting to get used up by being a taxi service for them and stuff like that. So I don't have as much time on an evening to do as much sewing as I usually do and other bits and bobs. So yeah, I'm going to get my makes videos done for you. Still need to do my wilder gown collaboration with Andrea from Devon Thread Tales. Oh my good, Angela, sorry, from Devon Thread Tales. We've both been useless at doing it. She's been dead busy with work. I've been dead busy just with regards to life in general. So we need to get that done. So that's going to be coming up very soon if you want to see it. It's been so long since I've made that dress, but I do remember everything I've done with it. And what else? Oh yeah, so just my May plans, because obviously April plans went out the window. So I think I've only got maybe one thing that I want to make during May, so I'll upload a video about that anyway. But yeah, that's all for today, just to give you a little bit of my life update and my unboxing and stuff like that, just to say hello and show my face. I forgot to mention actually before I go that there is a video that's been uploaded, not on my channel, but it's actually on Crystal's from My Social Thread. She interviewed me literally the day before Simon kicked off with his stomach pains. So unfortunately I didn't end up taking part in the Sew Selfless April, I think it was. I didn't end up taking part in that because I was planning to. But yeah, there's an interview on her channel, which I'm trying to find out how to share her video on my channel. There is a way, I have Googled it, but I need to have a look how to do it properly. So I will put that on my channel if I can. But if you go on over to her channel, she has an interview with me, just sort of asking me loads and loads of questions about sewing, about my personal life and stuff like that. So if you want to go and have a little listen to that, head on over to her channel, and I'll also link it in the description box below for you. Okay, I think that's it then for today. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please do give me that all important thumbs up and subscribe if you've not done so already. That's lovely. And thank you for sticking around if you have done so with my journey on YouTube, because I am very up and down with my channel and stuff like that, just because life, you know, just gets hectic and stuff. So yeah, I shall see you again very soon anyway. Take care. Bye.